Sorry about that. I had an alarm going off and somehow it kicked the video off. So the Page of Pentacles. I feel like that it's almost like this full belly of being like robust and full of like almost to the point of disgusted with things that you don't want or like. But you've been like getting too much of. It's almost like you're gorging on it. And just letting that go. I feel like that has to do with through letting that go, through cleansing, through a bath or through drinking tea. And this says, stay grounded, loyal, and responsible. Take your chances and grab the opportunities, right? So when we don't release and we stay stuck with things, we can't grow and we can't move. So definitely allowing for that release. Okay, here the next one is the Four of Pentacles. Okay. I have to say the look on this man's face does not look very happy, even though he's sitting on a throne and he's got this beautiful view of the city behind him, right? And so and he has all these gems sitting on the side of his chair, if you can see that. So it's almost like he's got the world eating out of his hand, or at least a part of the world, and he seems extremely unhappy. This is hilarious. It says, circumstances may turn you into an overly possessive or greedy person who ensures the security of his wealth in any way. Mend your behavior before it gets too late. Yeah, so I kind of had to give somebody a really hard message recently about that. It was coming through strongly about being honest about your pursuits. So just, I want to say convincing, releasing the efforts to coerce people, but convincing people to do things for your own gain is just not where you want to be. Okay, so the next one is the Three of Pentacles. And I feel like this one has to do with stability. I'm feeling a lot of rage and anger coming up through the collective in terms of any planning and any responsibility for that planning that you've done for whatever it is. Each person in particular obviously is cooking up literally, possibly, different things. And it says, to accomplish success, expertise and mastery of skills are required. Your hard work and dedication have created a firm foundation for success. Yeah, so I think in order to do that, though, just really releasing I just really feeling this big cloud of dark energies, really clearing that out of your field, whether it's looking outside and just getting into a meditative state, whatever that means to you, or taking a brisk walk outside. Okay, the next one is the Two of Pentacles. And I'm getting this feeling of racing. Like racing to get somewhere without really concern for your surroundings. And it says here, like, strengthen your mind-body connection and set your priorities. So I do feel like it's more about staying connected. Yeah. Making mindful movements. And this one is the Ace of Pentacles. It's interesting. I pulled out, through this fire element, it's pretty much almost all pentacles except for the swords. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like, is nurturing yourself. Illuminating yourself and your guidance. And again, like wherever that means for you to be able to do that, whether it's sitting in your favorite chair or getting outside into some nature. And, really, the weather really, so put on a coat, right? I feel like sometimes people are like, oh, but it's cold outside. That's what warm gear is for, right? So don't give yourself those excuses. And here it says the universe is at your side to steer you towards stability. So in order to do that, you may need to step outside and get a little uncomfortable. Get a little uncomfortable, step outside of what you are used to. Okay, well, thank you, fire element. Okay, now we have the messages from the water element. Okay, so here, this is what we have here. And the strange thing is, oh, here it is. Okay. Again, feeling a lot, almost like in the mid-stomach. This feeling of releasing and letting go, but also giving birth to something at the same time. So kind of chaotic mixture. And what's interesting is, like, I wasn't really paying attention too much to this picture, right? It's about the stork, which is giving birth. And you've got all these little fairy children here. And it says, deliverance, benefiting from something you worked towards earlier. Coming together to create joy and continuation. And if you notice, it's not one person alone, right? It's a little tribe. Okay. The next one, this is the next card from this fairy deck. And let's see what number 27 brings. Whew. I'm feeling that in the low sacral area. And I'm also picking some energy up in the spine and solar plexus. Bringing in some yellow color ray to clear that out. Ooh, that's a strong bit coming up. I'm feeling a lot of metal from just unhealthy things from the environment that are in products that you're using. So if you're open to that, be mindful of that. A lot of times that has to do with fluoride related items. I don't really want to get too into it. Look that up. I'm sure you can find some good info on it. Okay, and so this card, again, it says the letter. There's a letter on it, and it's about communicating in a considerate and sympathetic way. And so I feel like coming back around and turning towards something rather than running away from something, perhaps a conversation or whatever it was that transpired that was uncomfortable. Just coming around and just, facing it. And it doesn't have to be, a big deal. It can feel really good. Whoop. Okay. Then we have number 29. And, okay, 29 is about intuition. And I'm really feeling guided for this card, really just to engage yourself with whatever intuitively feels good to you, right? Of course, as long as it's something that's healthy. Whether it's physically surrounding your body with that or through envisioning it. I'll leave that up to you. And the last card for this is number 7. And so, it's interesting. I thought it was a horse at first, but it's actually a snake. And it's about stealth. Okay, I'm definitely feeling that in the upper back. And again, in the stomach. A lot of stomach today. So I feel like it's about dropping out of the shoulder of responsibilities and dropping into what your heart and your gut are saying to you. And if you're not hearing your heart or your gut, or sensing it, right? Just tune into whichever one you can. So that you can move towards where you need to. So thank you. That was all from the water element. And the next one is the minerals. Okay, the minerals we have, let me see. Was the mystic? Okay, it says stay true. The need for validation from others is an illusion. You are not responsible for how others perceive you, but it is your responsibility to stay true to yourself. This one, I feel like sometimes is easier than others, depending on your mood. I feel like when I'm feeling more positive, it's easier to stay true to myself. And when I'm feeling less off balance, I definitely feel a little bit sucked into wanting approval from others. Totally natural. Okay, the next one is receiving it all. You deserve to receive abundance at full capacity. Believe in your worth and trust that the universe is ready to deliver all that you desire. Open up. Okay, so I kind of been flitting back and forth with this one myself. I felt completely open to receiving it all. And then I personally felt like all of a sudden, like a door came and just slammed in my face. Kind of teeter-tottering with that one. You may have a similar experience now or previously. I'd love you to drop in the comments and share. We all have similar experiences, and it can help what one person is going through in one moment to move through it. The next one is forge a new path. When you make new choices, you create new results. Let go of old patterns and embrace the power of possibility. You are fully supported. I do feel like that's that's directly correlated to the receiving it all, right? If you haven't been receiving it all, don't look at the past and think, well, I didn't before, so I'm not going to now. And it is a transition. right? If you're not used to it, and just kind of getting used to that idea. A new chapter. When things seem to be falling apart, be aware that things may be coming together in new ways that suit the next phase of your life even better. Well, that definitely resonates, because after that, I felt this door slam. Ooh, I've been having the most entertaining, shall we say, dreams of just toxic people, toxic situations. And I'm like, what on earth? Because I do set intentions for my sleep time. And if that's something that you are interested in learning and engaging about, definitely go into the description below to my email, and you can email me and we can do a session on that. That is life-altering and life-changing. Okay, next one is behold beauty. When you insist that the world is hostile and others are your enemies, don't be surprised that it is so. Self-fulfilling prophecies fortunately work both ways. Yeah, so if you're done with that type of projection, then great. Sometimes when others are not done with that type of projection, when you're around them, they can kind of stick that projection in your face, and you have the choice whether to accept it or say, I'm sorry, like that's just not resonating for me. Thanks. Yeah, you're free to do that at any time. Don't get sucked into other people's patterns that they have circling around in their own field. All right, so that was all from the minerals. So thank you. And then we had these two cards that were from the air element, and it is from the Page of Cups. Okay. Let's see what the old Page of Cups has to say. All right. Sentimentality, fragility, shyness, neediness, creative. Interesting. So I feel like, it's okay to have feelings and being emotional, even if they're extremely strong, more so than a lot of people are willing to share with others and be vulnerable and authentic about. But I really do feel like it's, it's someone who's used to hiding behind a mask, and they're able to express themselves in certain ways. I do challenge anybody who's in a Page of Cups to surrender to that comfort zone and to step out of it. And let's see what this one says. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see what our 7 of Pentacles has to say from this deck. Long-term view, investment, daily routine. Working on something daily, bit by bit, will one day manifest your goal. I feel like every day goes differently, right? Sometimes I'm trying to work on something and I hit this resistance and I'm just like, fuck. Like it might be flowing for a while and then it will just stop and I'll just like let it go and drop it and move to something else. I do notice that going with the flow works best for me. So just making sure you're paying attention to when that flow comes in and when there's resistance, because they each have a message in it, right? When to stop and when to go. And so I'm just going to do one last tune in into the heart and solar plexus. Really tuning in and allowing your angel wings, your butterfly wings to fully expand. And to flutter and expand further than you've allowed your boundaries to up till now. Yeah. And that's my message for today. So be at peace, go fly away, explore, be curious, and see where your wings will take you. Bye-bye.